Welcome back to the Acoustic Shop channel. I am John.
Skinner,
Hey guys, it is New Guitar Thursday. Cannonball! You good?
Yeah, you can go, go, go.
Hello, everybody. This is Shoppe-Talk. We're
Hey,
live. We
what?
did it.
We are. Again?
We're live on the internet. Yeah, I'm your host, Hinkley, and today we have John, we have Jason, but we are sans Jeremy.
This just in, Jeremy died.
Jeremy is dead.
Yes.
It was a tragic accident.
Yeah. We were getting reports all night long, and turns out he's dead.
Yep, there you go.
That's okay, though. We could do it without him. Anyway, welcome to the Shoppe-Talk. It's me and John's day.
That's right. We're going to do
decided
what we
today
want to
that
do.
we aren't going to have any guests. It's
Yeah.
just going to be me and him because he thinks I'm incredible.
Yeah, I never just get to play just with Jason, and I'm pretty excited about it, Jay. I really am. I'm
That's lovely.
really excited about
He
it.
just wants to play with his brother.
I'm a little tired, but we're going to go on. We're going to say welcome to Shoppe-Talk. I've said that.
Tell us where you're watching
listening
from. Yeah, we already
Absolutely.
see David's here from Phoenix. I can't see. We don't. Hinkley gets to see all the TikTok comments, so she's going to feed those to us. But we see all the YouTube and Facebook comments. And hey, Rocky, good to see you. David, good to see you.
I would like to say on TikTok, hello to the toddler mom. I don't know if do you guys remember me telling you this a little bit ago, that we have a mother on TikTok who plays your guys's like covers on YouTube for her kid at night to go to sleep to.
That's awesome.
Lullaby stuff.
My kids also listen to mine, but it usually creates nightmares. So
Really?
yeah, it's one of those things. That's what she says.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining in.
Well, Jason was like, you know what we should do? A lot
I'm
of
still
Don
on
Williams.
this thing where I want to fight. I want to fight for it, where we do themed weeks.
Yeah,
Every
that'd be
week we
fun.
do a favorite artist. So we're going to lean heavily on Don Williams today.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Jeremy wants to. You take the
Okay.
no mustache thing seriously. Sorry, Jeremy.
It's not mustaches that I'm against, it's his mustache. Have you seen the thing?
Get it right.
It's so creepy.
Yeah,
like
he's not getting
it gives off very creepy vibes.
What's weird is he used to grow a mustache within a couple of days. I think he's getting old and it's slowing down. He's unhealthy, apparently.
Don't do him like that. Hello
Newcastle,
from
PA.
Texas. We got a hello from Texas on TikTok. Also, Tony on TikTok says, tap the screen. Yes, do that.
Tap it lots of
Tap
times
it.
like this.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to kick off with Lord, I Hope This Day Is Good. Because I hope it is. Love Don Williams. Ready? John, you can kick it
2,
off.
3, 4, 1, 2. Sorry.
Oh.
Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty empty and misunderstood.
I should be thankful, Lord, I know I should.
But Lord, I hope this day is good. Mighty fine, Jason. Jason's doing the
I messed
full
up the lyrics.
bass, and yeah, do that chorus again. It's an important story.
All I'm asking is a little less crime.
It might be hard.
For the devil to do. It would be easy for you. Yeah. Couldn't do it the second time either.
He's doing it. He's playing bass and he's singing the lyrics. Good job, buddy. I was proud of you.
Well,
Mighty fine. Well, welcome back. Like I said, it is Shop Talk Day. This is where we get to answer all of your questions, all of our questions, and we get to talk about stuff we care about. If you guys got requests, we'd love to attack them. We have never been afraid to destroy a song, Jay.
yeah, we break things. Like
We're really good at it.
we are good. at
Absolutely
attempting
fearless.
once.
We are absolutely fearless when it comes
Totally.
to destroying a song. So there you go.
Hello from San Marcos. Hello from Germany.
Germany.
Oh,
Hey,
That's a whole
guten
different
Tag.
country.
That's pretty awesome.
Hello
That's all I
from
know.
Maryville, Tennessee. We also got a hello from Santa Cruz. Mark from Santa Cruz on Facebook.
What? Oh, good to
You
see
guys
you,
don't know
Mark.
that one?
That's awesome.
Alan Hiley
And
from Tacoma,
David.
Washington said he has sore fingers from playing two acoustics he got from the acoustic shop.
You're just playing all the time, I hope, because those should have been set up pretty good, I hope.
Yeah, I just hope it's
Jeez.
Jeez.
Man, that Liz, she's been just not up to her game lately. No, I'm just kidding. She
Guitar
does.
Xana, which is a cool name, is in Montana. Thank you. Guitar
got
Xana
a-
from Montana.
I love it.
That's
Gotta love a
great.
name that rhymes with
Guitar
it.
Zan!
That's
And
great.
he's swinging jungle band.
That's fun.
That's great.
Give him a hand if you can. It's Guitar Zan. Anyway,
Hinkley
Few
has no
things
idea
on
what you're
TikTok.
doing right now.
she doesn't have a clue of what I'm saying.
We have a hello from Iowa, just
Iowa.
north of us. Request for I am a man of constant sorrow, but also a man named David is asking what instrument are you playing, which is a very good question. So we
I
might as
am.
well get to
That's
it.
a better question.
This is
We might as
a
well.
Furk Vintage 3 Dreadnought. We just got in a Vintage 2 and a Vintage 3. Last time we had a Vintage 3, it was gone in like 3 days. So I got a 2 and a 3 in. These are great guitars. If you want a Dreadnought with a super low action, this is the one. It's a little bit too low for me today, but it sounds fantastic. They do that hand rub finish, has the Koa bindings on the 3, a little more inlay, a little bit more ornate than the 2. But not that big of a difference in the price between the 2 and the 3, and they sound great. If you're looking for a super omnipresent, woody sounding guitar, this thing is great. It really sounds great. And this has an inch and
Open.
3/4 nut width
They're
too.
open.
Very open.
Open.
Yeah. And
We
it's
got in trouble last week. Some lady online got mad at us for our vernacular when describing instruments. So
what was it?
she wanted us to describe them in colors and so I don't know.
Colors? Well, there is.
Yeah, bring that up one later.
I would love to see that one. I
Yes,
have not seen that.
Rocky Northern, our good friend. Yes, Josh was funny. Josh is always a hoot. He's a mess, but we had fun yesterday.
Josh Wrinkle was here
Josh
from the
Wrinkle.
Poe Ramblin' Boys. We filmed some stuff with Gallagher, his new signature model, and yeah, it was a good time.
We had a
It
lot
was
of fun.
fun to just hang out. He was funny. The dude laughs at the right times. You know what I mean? There was like, you deal with some people and they laugh and they either over laugh or but he was waiting for the right moments, and then it would build into this like very funny laugh, and then I found it to be funny. Do you agree?
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's always fun.
Look at that.
I had a great time. Yeah, I know. I
Guitar
just saw that.
Xana,
That's what we
recognize.
got
I recognize Ray Stevens.
Really nice.
I was
Real
just talking about
recognize
this.
real.
Huh?
As a real recognize real.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking about this with my kids. I was driving through Branson 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, do you know that there was a guy here by the name of Ray Stevens, used to do a bunch of really funny songs, and had a theater here. And that theater, by the way, has been closed. Ray built this really nice, when it opened, it was the nicest theater in Branson, and he totally decorated it in palm trees. They brought in palm trees, And every year they would die. When the winter would come in, it would kill. But he'd bring in these massive palm trees, and the whole parking lot would be loaded with it. And it was
Where
very
is this?
themed.
It's the Country Tonight Theater.
Last thing it was Chinese acrobats. It's the very last thing. If you're going to the Butterfly Palace on there, that last theater right there on the hill.
Been closed for years.
When it was opened up as original, I remember it was beautiful. It was really, really nice, and it was very decorated. Like I said, complete palm trees. There were two people that owned Branson, and it was Shoji Tabuchi and his $1 million bathroom. That everybody had to see, and then Ray Stevenson had.
You know what's interesting?
Ray Stevens, sorry, had that. Yes.
Shoji is now at the IMAX theater.
I saw that.
I don't want to laugh at Shoji. I mean, you do what you do, but
He's still got a theater.
it's a long
He just
ways
can't
to go.
fill it,
No,
I guess.
I
And
highly doubt he has any stake in that theater now.
it's still got his face all over it.
Yeah, well, the bank doesn't have the time to change it. One thing about Ray Stevens that made me a little sad is I did go see him the last year he was there, which was maybe 6 years ago. Me and Kimberly went, and love Ray Stevens, but it was absolutely terrible.
Really?
The entire show was terrible. Everything that happened on that stage was just not good.
Dang.
Wow.
I'm
Spell it
sorry.
out there.
And I've seen him there where it was really a good show.
Yeah, I have too. It was very fun. Had aliens that came out.
Yeah.
And it was funny.
None of that.
Very good. Very,
None
very
of
funny
that.
show.
Just some of the hokiest Branson performers I've ever seen in my life.
Joe Ben is asking, ever heard of Lakewood Guitars? I honestly have never heard of Lakewood Guitars. I'm all
From
down.
Germany.
A German guitar. I'm down. Let's go check it out. Send me one. I'll check it out.
Does it?
I'm down
I mean,
with that.
does it sound kind of harsh? Because I mean, German. It's a beautiful language, but it sounds a little harsh.
You're gonna get. You're in. Jason has absolutely not got enough sleep and has recognized he's gonna get us all
Do you
in
know how to
trouble.
say "I love you" in German? It's like "I'm China."
That's not true. You're
what I
gonna
heard.
get us in trouble. You're gonna get us in trouble. Jay, that's awful. Anyway, what song are we gonna play now,
We had the
Jay?
best-
Real
meal
quick
we
on
ever-
TikTok,
Okay,
they're
go
asking
ahead.
where we're from.
We are from Springfield, Missouri, the Acoustic Shop, where we do all kinds of cool stuff with musical instruments. And
I'm gonna
It's a lot
save
of fun.
myself from the German invasion of me. Germany saved us on a trip. when
oh
we were
my
over there.
God, did they ever?
Our last trip to Europe, we were
Really?
spending a lot of time in Holland. And
The Netherlands, and
Netherlands
beautiful, sweetest people ever. We
Yeah.
had a great time there.
and Belgium, they were there,
But
man,
I swear to
we
God,
could
they
not
don't
get
know how to
food.
eat.
We had soup with one tiny little meatball, or one slice of one thing. There was either cheese or one slice of meat on your sandwich.
That was
So
breakfast
Then we showed up in
and
Germany.
holy smokes, you guys know
First
how
of
to
all,
eat.
we ate before the dinner or before the show, and we had a steak with a chicken breast and a sausage link on top of that with all kinds of meat.
Yeah, it was
all kinds
pork
of-
and
Oh my gosh.
sausage
there's all
and
kinds of stuff there.
beef and chicken, all on one plate. Lots of potatoes. It was beautiful.
Veggies.
It was
and then the next
a
morning
great
at our
day.
bed and breakfast, they served us like this huge meal that was all kinds of stuff that
They did have one
little
thing
scared
that I
to eat.
wasn't so much on at that bed and breakfast, which I guess was a breakfast thing: ground beef with onion, except
raw
raw,
ground beef, yeah.
raw ground beef with
That's a
onion.
thing over there. I've
I
seen that before.
wasn't so much on that one, but I know it's a thing.
But Germany, you know,
Thank you very
know how
much.
to make beer, and I appreciate you for that.
Kelly
we need-
on Facebook says he is sending his Gibson J45 for us to work on a trade for a Furk Vintage 3 Dread.
Sweet, it's this one.
It is
This is
that one.
the three that I have.
That would
It's the
be
only
it,
one.
Kelly. We'll
There
see
you
what
go.
we can do.
All right, sounds great.
Now he doesn't want it because he played it.
Yeah, because I played it, I ruined it. Speaking
TikTok.
of Germany,
TikTok wants to know what else we're streaming on real quick. We are streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, all at the Acoustic Shop.
yeah, plus TikTok.
Plus TikTok, which you're watching on right now. Yeah. I think he was aware of that one. Thank you, John.
Speaking of Germany, my dad has a beer that he used to drink when we were really, really young that he has not found ever since, and I've heard about it, claimed it was the greatest thing that he's ever heard. It was called Erlanger beer. I don't know if it still exists, but it was a German import beer that he was like, yeah, that's his thing. So if you know of Erlanger beer, maybe I can buy my dad some, and he'll be happy.
Give us a link. All right, what are we gonna do? We should sing a song. What the Furk is up?
What the frick is up?
Hey,
That's
divided
exactly
by
right.
time. He's always in for a laugh. He's got my humor.
What do you want to sing now, Jay? Or what do you want me
David
to try
Belcher,
to
by
do?
the way, says his daughter lives in the Netherlands, and yes, the meals leave a little to be desired. Great people, though. I don't know, what do you want to do?
I was thinking of doing, it's not a Don Williams one, but the Song for Life.
Sure.
Let's do it down to A. I'm going to do that there. I hope I can do it. I don't know what key to sing this in. I just like it. 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't drink as much as I used to. 'Cause lately, it just ain't my style. Hard times don't last like they used to. They pass quicker when I was a child. And somehow I've learned how to listen to a sound like the sun going down. Magic the morning is bringing, a song for a life I have found. It keeps my feet on the ground. The midsummer day seems so heavy. Don't they blow like a breeze through your mind? Nothing appears in a hurry to make up for someone's lost time. And somehow I've learned how to listen to a sound like the sun going down. Magic the morning is bringing, a song for a girl I have found. It keeps my feet on the ground. Magic the morning is bringing. I had to do it. A song for a life I have found. It keeps my feet on the ground. Oh yeah.
All
So I
right,
went and searched
Siggy
it
P's
for
found
us.
it out for you, buddy.
Yeah, Siggy
Earlier
and me.
will be hard to find. Isn't the same when you import it. I can only find it in 32-ounce quarts in the U.S. In Holland and Germany, many beers aren't imported because they changed the U.S. law. I knew about this. I've read about
Really?
this. I don't remember why. I don't remember
That's
the
pretty
details, but
interesting.
I know the laws have changed and the fact that they have to be, I don't know.
Hmm.
Beer's weird.
See, somebody else said it was a really. This was way before I ever had any beer, so I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about it because I was, like I said, in my early teens when my dad was really into that. But yeah, there you go.
I like this guy, Bulldogger JK. Great bass playing guitars was okay too. Anything that we could tear down with wonderful.
Now
Please
that
bring
is a
more of
solid
those
comment.
That is a very solid comment.
Solid comment. Now, do you guys want to let me read out this comment real quick that we were talking about earlier about the person that is claiming that we are just using the most terrible descriptors in the entire world.
I'd like to hear about this. This sounds good.
Dark sound, mushy sound, seriously hard concepts to grab. How about quiet color or cold smelling guitars? That's them making fun of you, John. Room to improve your reviews, ladies, which is not nice.
Ladies?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Sexist,
Which
is also-
from a woman.
Oh,
Very not nice.
A female said this, which is very disappointing.
wow. That was awful. Holy smokes. Wow. I've been smacked in
Greetings
the
from Middle
face.
Tennessee. Thanks, Bill. Good to see you here. Tell your friends that you're here. They'll be very impressed.
Brad
Maybe
saying,
they'll join.
absolute legendary channel, guys. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's really, really nice.
We work hard. I want to say we work hard on this channel, and I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Hinkley, Trent, Janelle, our new social media manager.
Yep.
I do a little work. Jeremy and John film constantly. It's
A lot anymore.
It's a lot of work. So
And,
we appreciate you.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is.
And honestly, we're not saying that to complain at all. Like, this has
fun. It's
become,
better than other
it was funny about a year ago, Hinkley was saying this. She says, we're going to become just a content provider. And the quote actually from her was, we're going to become a place that films videos and sometimes sells guitars.
Which is exactly, yeah, I think that's exactly what I said.
And it's pretty much getting towards that feel, which is really kind of
Yeah.
funny. But we are doing so much, and it actually pays off in both ends. It's pushed me boundaries-wise. I'm playing so many things all the time, different guitars, different instruments. It's a lot of fun. Now, what has been more fun was I had this discussion with Janelle and Liz. As this channel has grown, people are getting more bold. They are saying some pretty harsh things, and I honestly, I read it and I don't care. I've lived with two other brothers who we have just brutally attacked each other for our entire lives, so that doesn't bother me. Where it starts to worry me a little bit is some of our staff. I worry about some of them and some of the mean things, especially Liz. And
Oh my gosh.
that they kind of attack at
Well, I
them.
worry about my crew too, about seeing how many, when we get called out for little mistakes and get yelled at like we're
Yeah.
ruining everything.
Mistakes happen, guys. They just do. With as much videos we're putting out
Poor
right now,
Trent gets yelled at
expect
for
it.
having gum in his mouth. I mean,
That was
that's funny.
that was
Anyway, we have somebody watching from Athens, Greece. That is incredible.
I like that. I want to go to
Can I
Athens,
join?
Greece.
Can I
Yeah.
go?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
can
that's
Is there a
literally
place
when-
that they
can
would
I
have
stay
us
at your
play?
house?
And
That's
then we
funny
could
that
hang
you
out?
said that because that's literally my first thought whenever I read that comment was, oh my gosh, I wish I was in Athens, Greece right now. That sounds insane.
Well, I like the way you said that, but yes, I'd like to go visit. Oh my God, I'd like to be anywhere but here.
Anywhere about right here right now. No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's not what I
Somebody
said.
says, I wish that Furch had a gloss finish. It would not be a vintage series if it had a gloss finish. They only do the hand rubbed and satin finishes in this. If you're looking for a dread with a gloss finish, you're going to have to
Why
look
is
into
that,
one of
John?
the color series.
Why is it the finish is like that, John?
They want a more vintage tone, and to do that lighter finish, rub finish, I think that's what they're kind of after.
I like
So,
the uniqueness.
yeah.
I think that looks nice.
Somebody's asking for Old Train.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did get an ask.
I'm gonna
for
probably
Old
need
Train.
lyrics for this.
Okay,
The Old Train.
I can look that
I
up.
love this kickoff.
I really hope you don't make that mess it up. Did you hear this? Oh,
That's
by the
all I
way,
needed right there.
Did you
I
hear
did that
this?
one all right.
what's his name now? Why can't I think of his name? Trey Hensley. Did you see his post for Tony Rice?
No.
He sat and did like the most iconic kickoffs, one after another, over and over. It was pretty good.
Was it good? I bet it was good.
Really impressed with it.
I would
It was a
not
fun little
doubt it.
TikTok, but he did just the kickoffs, one right after the other.
Ooh,
stopping.
we got a good question real quick on YouTube to tell us more about the podcast, our thoughts and plans. Do you guys want to do that after this
Let's do
song?
that after this. Let's do
Okay,
the song
we
Talk
are
about the
definitely
podcast.
going to
I
give
am
you
so
guys.
excited about the podcast.
Yeah, we'll
I
give you
shared
guys
that
all the
yesterday. Did you
details
notice
right
that?
after
I
this.
saw that.
Yeah, nobody cared. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I want to do it again. 1, 2, 3. Old train, I can hear your whistle blow, and I won't be jumping on again. Old train, I know everywhere you go, and I know what lies beyond each bend. Old train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running. I hear rusty wheels grate against the rail. They cry with every mile, and I think I'll stay a while. This is my like rhythm solo.
Not amongst yourselves now.
Old train, I grow weary with the miles, and I miss the freedom that was mine. Old train, just to think about those times, I'll smile while you're eyeballing by. Old train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running. I hear rusty wheels grate against the rail. They cry with every mile, and I think I'll stay a while. Ho!
I try to play like Todd Phillips on that one.
That was awesome.
He does a lot of. No.
That was a good one right there. I like that one. All right. So guess what, guys? We have started out a
Elevator
new-
pitch.
Elevator pitch. All right. Elevator pitch. We started
Pass.
a new a new podcast. I'm really excited about this. I really am. This has been one of the most fun things that we have done. I mean, all the stuff has been fun.
We're just
but
getting rolling on it. We've had a couple pilots that we've got together. We've got 5, maybe 6 episodes in the can.
It's called the Acoustic
Yes.
Shop Knows People, and has a really cool graphic, as a great little theme song, which I got a kick out of. It's basically our opportunity.
All right, Bulldogger. All right, stop the
What's he
presses.
doing?
He turned it on me, and I'm not happy about this right now. The guitar playing, the bass was okay. I agree, the bass was less than lackluster there, but you don't have to call me out.
I loved it. Oh,
A
shoot.
double-sided blade.
That was. It was a
Yeah.
dual-sided blade.
Anyway, back to the podcast.
The idea of the podcast is we have spent many, many years both on the road and now in the industry, the music industry, and with the retail company that build instruments, accessories, all that stuff. And it's been fun to be able to kind of have conversations with those people. A lot of them are friends of ours. A lot of them aren't, which is even more fun. But we could just sit and tell
More
stories.
friends than not.
Not necessarily. I think the best part about this is every time anybody does an interview, whether it's a podcast, an interview, a TV show, I hear this all the time is, the same old story because they all want to tell the story of the company brand. And it's always, like if you got a musician in there.
How'd
So
you
tell
get
us about the
started?
time
Yeah.
when you got started. What was your first guitar? What was this? And it tells the
Yeah.
story of them. This podcast has been more fun because we've literally just had conversations of fun things, interesting things that have happened throughout the years of that company, of other companies,
Most
things
of us
that they're
are
doing.
average listeners of podcasts. John not being one.
I listen to
Jerry
some
listens to
every
them all
once
the
in a while.
time.
I just don't
I
have
wanted to
time.
make sure our podcast wasn't just us throwing it out there. So we are putting a lot of thought into this podcast and how, not necessarily when we do it, but how we do it. And we're not just going to record us talking like we do on every other channel that we do here.
Yeah, it's.
I'm so tired of John just talking.
You didn't like my pitch?
Anyway, no, it'll be fun. I'm excited about it.
Heck
I'm a
yeah.
little stressed about it, to be honest with you right now, but
Okay.
Why is that?
because I'm in charge of it and I have to wrangle you and make you make podcasts, and I have to figure out
Actually,
how to get it out there.
of all
on
things,
every-
the podcast is the easiest of the things that you make me
for
have to
you.
do.
for you, but
You make
not
me.
for
The problem with this is what's wearing me out. Is not this one's easy. Again, we just get to fake our way through it. The hardest ones are the guitar demos.
Again.
They're wearing me out.
Again, this is easy for you. Should have seen Hinkley. Hinkley right now is down a man. Trent's off being a superstar.
True.
I am.
Love
True.
you, Trent, but you left Hinkley being a one-man band here. She's hosting, switching, filming,
Hey, it's okay.
setting all this stuff up. If you saw how many wires are now plugged into Hinkley right now, literally plugged right
Directly into
Hinkley.
me. Yeah.
Put one right in her
She's
ear,
got
up her
12 cables
nose.
going right up her nose, just so she can control.
They're
this
everywhere.
That's crazy.
Anyway, it's fun. We're excited about it. The
Yeah.
podcast, and it's going to be lots of, like John said. Overall plan is not just.
Available on Apple, yes. Sorry, thought that we should probably say that.
just did that this morning, and it's going to be available.
Anywhere that you love to get your podcast, it should be available. How
Real
about
quick,
Google?
Jason
I get
was-
mine from
Google,
Google.
yes. It
Jason
turns
was
out,
fighting
guys,
with
this is
the
why I've been
Apple this
stressed all
morning.
Turns out our podcast hosting company, they say it gets it on all your channels, but you have to do a little bit of work. So I got to create. Hinkley had fun with me and Apple this morning. I am so sick.
Dude,
of
he was
Apple.
getting so mad.
Every time I sign in, it's we set a code to your phone. You can sign in after you give us that code. 7 times this morning I signed in and had a code made.
I don't know. Listeners out there do not know that me and Jason are not Apple fans. I own an iPad. I use an iPad on a regular basis. I had an iPhone for all of 3 days before I wanted to smash it into a billion pieces.
Oh my gosh,
I
that's so
hated that thing.
dramatic.
Oh no, it's true. It's absolutely the truth.
John
That's
Wayne
so
says his dog
dramatic.
will nose people too.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
we're not going to nose anybody in the crotch.
Those people.
Anyway, the podcast will be more people than just musician friends of ours. It'll
Yep.
be everything from
Oh, yeah.
other store owners to manufacturers
Just
to
music
industry,
people. People
Maybe
that are
people that walk
into
in
music.
the
Your favorite
store.
employee?
No,
Okay.
I will not.
No, Trent
Okay,
said he's
cool.
busy.
Hey yo, what it is?
Oh, we're saving Corey for a rainy
Oh,
day.
divided by times, that's a pertinent question.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
real
I'd
quick,
like
but
to
I
play a
also
folk. That
there was
one?
also
No.
definitely questions on TikTok that were a little bit ahead of them. Real quick, do you have any tips / cures for joint pain from playing guitar specifically? Do you have any
Stretching.
tips or tricks that
Stretches,
people
stretches.
talked about?
People always. I think we've brought this out a couple different times. I at one point, me and Jeremy
I'll link to the
both,
podcast
and I'm
real
still
quick.
having some of it right now due to tension.
do
Guys,
this.
I don't know
Don't
if you
pop
know
your
this.
fingers.
Stress is wearing me out these days, and I got a lot of shoulder tension. But when we were touring, there was a time period we were doing 240 days of the year out on the road. It was a lot of playing music, and at that time we were doing some really good damage to our arms and hands and all this stuff. It's called repetitive stress syndrome, and I had to go to physical therapy and talk
Really?
through stuff. And the big thing that was brought to my attention is musicians do athletic things just in smaller areas. There's muscles and stuff that we use that nobody else uses, and you have to do the same thing that an athlete would do, which is stretch, Make sure that you're doing the standard, muscle relaxing things, icing, at times, heating at other times, all those important things. And you can't just go in cold and just expect everything to go without doing muscle damages. So there you go.
Okay,
Divided
couple
by
of
Times
others.
had a question about the stand-up bass from warping, bowing. There's no support under half of it. That's not technically true. They don't normally warp. Most bases are made of plywood. I'd say about 60% of them.
But he's
are
talking about
mostly
the
all plywood.
fretboard.
Oh,
Yeah, he said, how
that
do you keep the
extension board?
fretboard?
no, well, that's-
Down there, it is
thick
meant
enough.
to curl a little bit. It's actually designed to come up a little bit.
I'd be surprised if that was true.
I was told it was.
No, it keeps flat, but it's thick enough that it's a solid piece of either
Usually-
ebony or rosewood.
Usually like
Yeah, it's a
an
good
inch
half
thick,
inch.
3/4.
Right, mine's a good 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
So they don't, and it's actually, that's why they scallop the underneath of this, because it creates a compound underneath it where it
Makes it hard to
basically-
do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
We
will
got
not
a
go.
we got a comment that got a little buried. Jeremy never sounded better. That is a very
That is a
good
very
comment
good one,
also.
too, as well.
Well,
And
he's singing
Sydney's
with the
still-
Angels right now, as far as I know, because he's dead.
Sydney has not given up on the Erlanger beer, and I appreciate that. So if Sydney,
Oh,
if you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
find it and ship it down here, I'm going to give it to my dad, make him so happy. Oh my goodness, he would be so happy.
And then Tomas Montano, which I really like his name. He thinks we're ignorant because we don't like Apple. But
He said,
you
other
know
than
what?
Apple ignorance, y'all are amazing.
Yeah,
That's pretty-
I'll
that's nice.
take it because I like your name.
Apple is.
But
Apple,
I don't know that his name is Tomas, but I'm going to say it is.
I like it. I like that.
Hey, so also, I think that maybe we should answer the topic of the day, the question of the day,
What is the question of the day, Clee?
because a couple of people have already dropped their answers in various places. Let me pull it up. The question of the day is, what was your first guitar, and do you still have it, is the more important question. Or what was your first instrument, and do you still have it?
I don't have my first guitar, and it's actually
Well, I guess technically.
the question you posed last week, which was, are there any instruments you bought that you regret? I think the question should have been, are there any instruments you sold that you regret?
There's lots of them.
I only have really
Well, we're
one.
saving that one for next week.
Oh, is that
No.
for next week?
Yeah.
I only have one of those, and it is actually
Really?
my first, and not because it was a guitar that I would probably play, but it was the first.
Just sentimental.
It was the first.
Yeah.
For
And
me,
Dad scalloped it himself.
yeah.
Really?
It was a 1974 D28. It was my dad's guitar, and I've told this story a lot of times, and I'm going to tell it again just because you guys are here. So my dad had purchased a tortoiseshell picks much bigger than this, like tri-shaped and with super sharp edges, because everybody was talking about, this is way back in the early 80s, mid 80s. In there, and everybody had these big sharp tortoiseshell picks. So my dad had a guitar, even though he was really playing banjo. It was just something to kind of have and own. So he bought this 1974 D28, and to make it sound better, he was told get in there and scallop the braces. So he did. He actually took a finger plane and went in there and kind of scalloped them, and it made it sound good. It was never very loud. It was a kind of quiet guitar, but
What was it again? What was
it
the
was
brand
a
and stuff? I missed
1974
it.
Martin D28, just
Oh,
a standard
okay.
D28. And I was told not to play it because at the time I was learning to play the fiddle. I'd been playing for a couple years, and me being the young teenager, I'm like, guitars are so much cooler than fiddles. They just are. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and he's like, no, you can't play it
I wanted to be Tony Rice.
because if you do, then you'll quit playing fiddle, and that was his big concern. And so I would sneak down in the mornings every once in a while, and I'd get a hold of it. I was a very small kid. I was like 12 years old or 10, something like that, probably. No, I was about 10 years old, I guess. Very small, so my arm only reached to right about here. And I had that big, sharp tortoiseshell pick, and I just strumming the fire out of it, trying to learn how to play it. And that's how he discovered that I was playing guitar. It had big old gouges on the top and bottom of the fretboard where I had taken that pick and just gouged the you-know-what out of it. And then I played that for quite a few years until I got my Tony Rice guitar, the Santa Cruz Tony Rice. That was
that your next
the
one?
guitar, yeah.
That's
And then
nice.
I bought my first guitar after that I personally paid for. I don't regret selling that one. I mean, I kind of wish I still had it. It was a Martin D16. I bought before that
What was the
a
question again?
Shenandoah. Anyway, so the question is, what was your first guitar and instrument? Do you still have it? I don't have it. I wish I still had it. Sold that guitar to help pay for that Santa Cruz.
We got a couple
There you
of
go.
comments that were much of the same on YouTube of people saying, I wish I still had mine, but I don't anymore. A couple of answers also just from some people to share. Jazzy Jim on TikTok says his first was a Yamaha FG 180
Yep.
1971.
That's a red label thing.
We've got a bunch of harmonies are pretty popular. I
Yeah.
have no idea what a harmony guitar is.
Harmony guitars
I guess
were
my answer doesn't matter.
popular in the 60s. I know what your first instrument was. It's the one you're still holding.
No, that's not true. Technically true. That's what I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead, Jay.
My first bass I'm holding, yes, but my first instrument was a dobro. If you remember right, I was supposed to play
Really?
dobro.
You're supposed to play fiddle before that.
No, I was
Photos.
dobro first, and then fiddle became second.
Well, I guess.
I had your fiddle. It was the only thing I ever played,
There you go.
which I never played it. But I had a dobro that I tried playing once. Didn't
A Sigma OM, or a $23 Stella. Somebody on TikTok also said a Stella. And then
Stellas and Harmonies were very similar guitars. In
Really?
fact, you would have a lot of those guitars came out of the same factory.
well, now I know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tomas is asking
Tomas.
about, is there any footage of the Eastman Craft Bowl? So funny you should talk about that.
There
Yes,
is
there are
footage out
some.
there,
They're
but-
very, very old, and that facility has changed a lot even since then. We were scheduled in 2019. We were going to do
We
it
were
in
going
2020 to go over there and film and do that. And then, of course, this thing happened and stopped that. We haven't heard any details on us going back there
It's
again
still- it's
since
still
then.
cleaning
It's
stuff
still,
up and
yeah, a little
everything.
bit wild to get us over there. They told us that
As soon as it's safe for us to go back over there and everything's back normal, they really want us to do it. We really want to do it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a very cool video for us to film. They want us to film both at the mandolin guitar factory and the string factory. We would love to do it, but I think if I remember right, your question on that was, or a lot of people's questions on that are the factories, and are they essentially iPhone factories, and they are not.
Yeah, like
they
workshops.
definitely are not.
They're very large workshops, but they're well run, clean, well operated, and very humane places to be, from my understanding.
It's
Oh, yeah.
a lot of those workers actually kind of live. It's almost like a college dorm type situation where they come in for a season, leave for a while, and just work. From out of town.
I personally feel confident about talking about how well their factory is run because I got that from two people that are not necessarily Eastman people, who are very, very conservative, or not conservative,
Very
but
liberal.
very liberal, but very conscientious of these issues. One being Tom Bedell, and the other being Dana Bourgeois. They've both visited those factories, and they both said they are one of the best factories in that entire area.
as far as how they do,
The
yeah.
entire like region. Interesting.
I would trust their opinions.
Absolutely, we'd love to get over there. It's very interesting how they build, and one of my favorite stories. I was talking to somebody that works in the higher up end of that. Is there are a few ladies that do the vintage varnish for guitar, and do the techniques to kind of make it be that way, and they're very funny because they guard their techniques because it's their own techniques that they've created over the years to create the wear and tear and all that. And each one of them does it differently, and they don't let people watch them do it because it's their skill and it's their thing.
I was gonna bring that up actually
yeah.
because I think that kind of blew my mind whenever you told me that. Like they will not. We can't video the antiquing.
They don't want us to.
Yeah, no. We'll video everything else there, but not that. yeah.
And
Kinda
they have
wild.
different levels of skilled labor too, the same sort of as other factories where if you learn the new bourgeois section of that where you learn how to do touchstones, those
Oh
are
yeah,
a
those are
different level.
select people, right?
They have to train up and
Yeah.
build up into that just like a job here would be, and those it's not just a whip it out factory, and
Mm-hmm.
most of that, most everything there, I don't know if they finally got their first CNC in the guitar workshop yet or not, but I know they are. The electrics, they do have CNCs in there, but up until recently, they did everything by just hand tools. And, you know, there's power tools, don't get me wrong, but everything was done by hand, including the neck shaping and all that, so no CNC. It's pretty impressive. So.
You can feel the good vibes and they're great instruments.
Yep.
Agreed, Tomas.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
A lot of cool stuff here. You have to shave your beard off and wear a respirator.
Yeah.
Would you still go? Maybe.
We're gonna go with say I'm vaccinated. I'm not too worried about it, but I know it's a little hectic over there still
Yeah.
right now. I'm trying to
Biggest thing is,
lock things down.
from what they're telling us, is also the quarantine and all the weird
we may get locked
regulations.
there for a few months.
I
if we go
don't
over
necessarily want to spend that much time there.
Yeah.
I like Bulldoggers. He saw Red Volkart play Saturday night. He was playing an acoustic Silvertone in a Main Street case, $50 guitar and a $1,500 case. That's a pretty common thing.
I love that.
We have that argument.
Wow.
A lot of people ask about, you know, the Kelton cases. Why should I buy a Kelton case and put my, you know, $1,500 guitar in a $1,500 case? Well, do you really love that guitar? Because if you want to protect it and you're traveling with it, then you're going to want to buy a good case.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
I'm trying to remember what somebody's asking. Is the factory? I absolutely.
In
by
the
the way, I
People's
agree
Republic
with
of
that
China,
whole
or is
deal.
it in the main part?
It is mainland China. It's way out in the country. from
Bajau.
Beijing. Bajau.
Right?
Bajau is where the guitar factory is. You're correct. Beijing is where the mandolin factory. It's outside of Beijing.
Really?
It's still like an hour.
It's a carving factory. So
Yeah, mandolin and violin factory is out there, and then flat tops are in a
Interesting.
totally different.
How far is that away
region.
from?
I was told it's like
Bajau.
4-hour drive
a
from
big
where you fly into.
Really?
Yeah, it's a long
my gosh.
ways out and way out in the country. Is
Wow.
what I've been told. So again, I haven't got it done. But going back to that case argument, I said the same thing about that. You don't need to have a $30,000 instrument to own a $1,500 case. It keeps it safe. As we all get acquainted with our guitar, our instrument, the thing that makes us do the art that we do the best, going without it is a bigger issue than, you know, keeping it safe necessarily, just because we're keeping it safe. It's more about keeping that thing in the best condition it could possibly be in, and when it's gone, that's a major
can't replace
change.
it.
Yeah, you can't replace it. So having a case, I have seen a lot of people that have owned, you know, a $1,500 guitar and put it in a $1,500 case. You know, I have guitars I would do that. I have Kelton cases, and I have put some of my Eastman guitars in them when traveling because it makes it safe and does the right thing to make sure it doesn't get harmed. And it's my guitar. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
John's
I want.
completely worthless, yet he drives a really nice car. I mean, would you put...
Thane. You guys
Anyway,
should
let's
play a Thane. Do you want to switch
Yeah.
instruments maybe,
I can.
John? Show
Let's
off that
play,
one a little
He's
bit.
playing
Parlor.
bass.
That's pretty funny. I got that. Did you see what he said?
Yeah.
I guess we're sticking with Furch today. We got another vintage 3.
It's
First
the
time-
episode of the Furks.
This is the
As
first time
divided
I've
by
ever
time
seen
says
this.
what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've never seen one of these, but I decided I wanted to get one in. This is a 00 vintage 3, except this one has a slotted peg head. Not all of them have the slot peg head, so this one does.
That's
right.
that's Nito Benito.
It is Nito Benito.
Mussolini.
Also, Jazzy Chin. He's in Liverpool right now. He says it's 7 p.m. Almost time for beer.
Oh, almost time for beer in Liverpool. Is he getting some fish and chips while he's there? That would be good. I'd like that.
Okay, show off that guitar.
All right. This is a beautiful little one. Same sort of deal. Koa, Indian Rosewood. Same overall specs, but now with a slotted peg head. This one does have the 1 3/4 nut width. I'm gonna get it in tune. What do we want to do now? Did you got a song in mind? Is there any? Somebody asked for. There was another. tune
TikTok asked to keep the Tony Rice going if possible. But I know you guys were wanting some.
We've done 2
Don
Tony
Williams.
Rice. Sure, we can
Yeah.
do that.
I want to do another Don Williams song. If you're playing a small body guitar, we should do something. I'm trying to find the one that was appropriate
Jazzy
for
Jim
that
said
style
he'll
of
get you
guitar.
some. He'll get you some fish and chips.
All right, I'm down. You guys
I'd like
don't
some
even
fish.
know how much I love fish and chips. I am a big
Really?
The best fish and chips I think I've ever had was actually in Canada. We were there, and I don't know what the fish was. It was some sort of white fish. It was cut into a square about this big and was about that thick, beer batter type fried, and with some great fries. And I am one of those fish and chips type of people. I want malt vinegar on mine. That's my thing. I'm down with that all the way.
Real quick.
You do good
on-
old boys like me. Can you come up with that one? When I was a kid.
Real quick on
change that
Facebook,
key
what type of case would fit an M36? Do I need to look up?
So the M is the same as their Jumbo. If you ever look up a Martin Jumbo and the M are the same except for the depth is the biggest difference. So if you ever see a Martin Jumbo, look that one up. I don't know what else would fit that. I guess it'd have
A
to be
Martin
a Dread.
M36. It looks like just an OM.
It's bigger than an OM because the M body was their Jumbo, thinner, triple O size. So I'm pretty sure you'd almost have to put it in a Dread case. It'll be sloppy in the topper end, but I think the bottom end is same size as a Dread.
See if we
almost
can check this
sure
out.
of it. It's not going to tell you there.
You don't think so?
I'm pretty positive it won't. It won't give you the measurements of that bottom bout.
Measurements of the bouts and whatnots.
To get one well fit, you're going to have to get a Martin case for one.
Oh, there's 3 chords in that one.
Oh, Carol says next time that you're in Toronto, there are fantastic fish and chips places. I believe that. Michael says it was probably cod.
It very well could have been.
That was your fish. Oh, what's the scale length of that guitar? That was also asked just a moment ago.
You know, I don't know. It's a 12-fret body. I'm betting it is a short scale.
You want me
You're
to
gonna
look
have to
it
look it up. I honestly do not know right in here. I think it's going to be a Dread case.
For our
closest fit
Facebook
for an
watcher,
M36.
yeah. David on YouTube says it also should be in a
I don't
Dread
think we can do
case.
that one. We have to come up with chords.
I'll look up that scale
Got a lot
length
of-
real
lot of
quick.
chord changes.
You got a request for Digging My Own Grave by Sideline.
I don't know that one. I'm
And
so
Wagon
out of
Wheel,
it
of
these
course.
days. All these young kids, they just, don't do it. It's a quad O, John Washburn says, on the M36. Which,
Makes
again,
sense.
Thompson put a
Makes
Dread
sense.
case with their quad O.
Oh, did they?
I think it's
Okay.
a Dread case is going to be your best fit. So.
Okay.
What can we do, Jay?
I don't know.
John, do you wanna answer how do you integrate Travis picking into your melody line?
I don't a lot. Every once in a while, I'll kind of fake it and do some stuff with my middle finger. When I'm trying to do I'm a horrible finger picker. I just am. But I don't know. I try to every once in a while throw. I'm one of those guys that just randomly throws techniques at the wall and see if it sticks. If I get an idea that hits me while I'm playing, I'll try it. And sometimes it works, and most time it doesn't. So that's usually my theory on that one. You could do Till the Rivers Run Dry, Jay, if you
Or
want.
Lay Down Beside Me.
Lay down. I don't know. I love Don Williams stuff. I just don't know any of it super well. You do.
Whoa, that's a thing about love. All right. There's so many good ones, but they need bands to do.
All right, someone wanted to do Rice. You know what we're going to do? We did it this week. We're going to try it
The
again.
scale
The
length
song.
update real
ahead.
quick on that Furk 00. It is a 25 and 9/16 of an inch scale length.
Alex, nobody ever gets tired of lobster and scallops. God, I wish I could get some fresh scallops right now. Stupid landlocked. Oh, God.
Didn't we do that one this week?
Yeah,
You want to try that? All
we could try it again.
right, this is Ricey Feelin'. You're going to have to probably bring up the lyrics in case I forget it again. This is a
Okay.
song for a winter's night. Want to try it?
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Lamp is burning low upon my tabletop. Snow is slowly falling. Air is filled in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. Smoke is rising and the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again, drawn the lines upon each page, the words of love you sent me. If I could own within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. Well, it's dying now, my lamp is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. Morning light steals across my window pane, where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. To be once again Gordon and Tony. That's a fun one. I like that song a lot. Hey Jay, what are you watching these days?
I already told you.
What is it?
Oh, it was before the cameras were on. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't make him repeat himself.
Yeah, exactly. Now, me and my oldest son, who is 7, I figured, you know what? He's old enough to watch Lord of the Rings.
7? Wow, I did not let my kid at 7, but you go.
Please invite. Brian distracted me with inviting me to Nova Scotia to get scallops. Yes, honestly, I'm going to make a trip up there soon. We used to. I'm going to change subject real quick. We used to travel to New Brunswick and Nova Scotia at least once a year to tour up there and play a couple of gigs. Had some of the best times of our lives up there. Have many, many great friends up there.
Did you guys have some crazy fans up there?
Yeah,
we
crazy
did.
fans up
Lots.
there. Wonderful people up there. Wonderful fresh seafood. And my wife has heard about it because it was before I was married. My kids, I still have great friends up there, and I swear very soon I'm going to make a trip up there, visit a bunch of our friends up there, see the coast, eat my weight in scallops and clams
And lobster.
lobsters.
I hate to say it. There's somebody who said Maine, Alex. Good lobster in Maine. I hate to say it, but no, New Brunswick was the best lobster I have
Now
ever
you're
had.
fighting.
I know,
Now you're
and we're going to get
starting
in
fighting.
big trouble.
Anyway, so yes, soon I will be going to Nova Scotia. My wife rails me about it all the time, how we need to go there and visit the places that I tell her about all the time. So, but back to what I've been watching. Me and my oldest son Elijah have watched. We just finished last night the 3 Lord of the Rings extended versions. My son, 7-year-old, could not sit through a 30-minute TV show, let alone 4.5. But he sat through every minute. He'd get fidgety once in a while when there's some lulls where they tell story more than kill orcs. But he literally sat through the first 3 without a break, and then the last one we finished halfway through, which is that we added that up. That's 12 and a half hours of Lord of the Rings.
There you go. That's good times.
So,
I love
good
me
stuff.
some Lord of the Rings, I got to
Yes.
say. I'm a big fan.
I've seen it multiple times, but this time was one of the best times because
Because the
he
kids are there.
gets so excited.
I watched it with Kylie. I have to agree. That's
He's
nothing
so
better
into it.
than watching it with your kids when you see something that you really got into. Star Wars has been a big thing with my kids as well. I just love
That's
that.
the thing. He couldn't sit through Star Wars. I tried to
Really?
watch episode 4. He got bored halfway through. He's not ready yet.
I have been finishing up Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, we haven't started that yet.
I've got
Last
like
season.
4 episodes left of that. I will tell you, this last season, you could tell they're just like, how are we going to wrap this thing up? Let's just get this over with. And I still got good story stuff, but it's definitely like, we're definitely heading for an ending here. Let's just get this over with. And so definitely not as strong as I've seen other things in the past. By the way, I'm a little bit mad. Bulldogger is now. I'm back on the bass side again. Nice work. The guitar work was okay too.
Right.
This is getting
I
out
knew
of
he'd come
hand.
around.
Another comment that was a little bit buried is:
Yeah,
is
someone's
anyone
asking,
making
is
a
anybody
good
making
solid wood tenor
wood
guitar?
You know, I don't know who is. I haven't heard anybody. We had a laminate one that was recording. It was all right.
Oh yeah. I know
for a
that
while.
Alex is asking because I know that you've been asking before about like on our Eastman live streams if Eastman is ever going to, and Eastman is perfect for making those instruments that
And higher end.
you can collect also for not a whole lot of money to build a collection of a bunch of different types of stuff. I mean, the octave mandolin, the mandola type stuff.
If you're thinking,
I have no idea if they're ever going to do that, but
I don't know that
but
they are.
yeah.
I would, if I was going to do a tenor guitar, I'd get a mandola. It's the same tuning, just doubled up.
Oh really?
Yeah, usually done in the same tuning. So it's just like a mandola, and that's what I would do. Get a mandola with a guitar body, because that would be even fuller sounding. Because you got 8 strings, a little bit fuller. That's
Weather
what
was
I would
doing
do.
one of those,
But I know Northfield's got
Northfield's doing
one.
one,
Oh yeah.
So that would be pretty cool.
Northfield does.
Yeah. Malaga,
There you go.
Spain. I'd like to go to Spain. That would be awesome. I'm the guy from Malaga, Spain, but he's in Cambridge right now.
Oh man.
That's also a cool place to be. So, we miss our Ontarians. By the way, we used to come up and play in Ontario quite a bit. Also, miss you all. Carol, you need to come down. You're like here all the time on these live streams. You should just come down and hang out with us. We'll play some music, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah, let's do something.
Yeah.
We need to go back up there. Got too many friends. All right, let's do a reunion tour. Ontario and no Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Nobody will come out, but we'll have fun.
That would be fun.
We just have to fly our whole families up there.
Anything else going on out on TikTok right now? Oh, we got, by the way, shipments coming in. This has been a crazy run for Eastman. A lot of things that haven't been in are all of a sudden showing up. and we're going to be seeing a lot of really cool stuff. The MDO 605 will be back in stock next week. Madagascar Dreads will be in stock next week.
MD815s.
MD815 varnishes. We haven't seen those forever, and I would just, I'm really excited to see those again. So I've got a couple of those coming in, and people have been already calling and reserving some. So
Really?
both the 605, I know Tex put in an order for one, so those may disappear before they even arrive. So there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, we got a new mandolin wall next door. It's almost done, Jay. I've got all
We'll
the
be
wires.
showing it off tomorrow on New Guitar Thursday, I'm sure.
Yeah. So there you
Yeah.
go. I don't have any friends. You guys are the only friends I have. Aw. Who's A?
I love you, A.
A. My favorite.
He's a guy from Malaga, Spain.
Is there a good 12-string guitar from Eastman?
There's
Yes,
a
there is.
great 12-string
They
guitar
have
from
the
Eastman.
best 12-string under $2,000 by far by any company out there.
It's more so just a little over $1,000.
Yeah,
is more appropriate.
It's barely over $1,000.
Barely over $1,000.
But I'd still put it in a category anything under $2,000, and you'll have a
Yeah.
hard time even finding anything in the $3,000 and under that would beat it. The AC 330E, 12E, sorry, is one of my favorite guitars out there in a 12-string. It sounds great. Has a European spruce top, solid mahogany back and sides, and just sounds fantastic. Looks
Did
great.
they ever do a maple version of that?
No, they have not. That I know of, anyway. They probably did a long time ago. I'm about to do a pee-pee
Would you
dance
guys
over
ever
here. I'm
do
going
a
to try
That's
to...
a
camp
good
at this-
question. Would
did
we
it
ever do a
once.
guitar camp?
It was great. We
love
had
it.
a wonderful camp.
You're going to mute me. You just have to,
Did you
Jay.
just pop it? We did do a camp called the Ozark Music Camp. We had a wonderful time, but we found some logistical issues that we're still trying to figure out.
Making money.
Not even making money, but just making it affordable for everyone who comes and fun. And the place we had the camp at is kind of, lost interest in talking to us about it. So we're
Well
still
then,
working on it. I think
yeah.
one day we'll probably do another one. But it's just with all the irons and the fires and the podcasts and whatnots, I think it got put a little bit behind.
Yeah, it's hard to fit in that with, I mean, of course, everything that we do already.
It's true. But we had a great time, and we love camps, and we love teaching. We had wonderful teachers there. We had Ron Block.
Oh, yeah.
And who else did we
Kristen
have?
Scott,
Kristen Scott
Benson was
and
there. Alan Mundy
Alan
was
Mundy.
there.
Wayne, not Wayne.
And
We
was
had,
it there?
now I can't. Why can't I remember his name? Danny Roberts.
I can see his face. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Roberts. I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And John and Jeremy and Bill. It was great. So hopefully we'll do it again, Carol. A says he's the dude that can't afford an Eastman, so bought the cheapest Chinese solid top crafter. First check, he's buying an Eastman TC top, but no TC top.
Good luck trying to find the no TC top. I know that they're phasing that out. They're still
There's still a few,
there,
yeah,
of
there's a
course,
few they're
but
gonna do.
yeah.
They are phasing them out very much so because I just got an inventory report. Nobody can hear me, can they?
No, not really.
Jasper agrees with me why they should do a 630 and a 12 string. The maple.
It would be nice.
That'd be a pretty cool guitar. That should
Oh,
be
yeah.
fairly easy
I will
to
tell
do.
you.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
is,
I'm
like,
going to tell you why it probably won't happen. So I was part of that 630 bunch when they built the 630. And then we had a long period of time where we couldn't get any of them at all. The level of maple in that big of piece with that much flame and not take it away from their carving stations for stuff like violas and cellos, stuff like that, was very hard to source, and they couldn't get us any 630s at all, and to do it in a 12 string would be even that much harder.
Isn't it the same body as a...
It's the same body, but they have to
bigger neck.
redo it, and they would allocate a bunch of that maple from the 12 string 630s, which are hard to get in the first place, to go ahead and do that. The way Eastman does a lot of things, we've discussed
Did
this.
you wash your hands?
Did you
Yes,
wash
I
your hands?
did
That's
wash
the most
my
important
hands.
question asked
Jeez.
today.
People, I was in a hurry, but I did wash my hands.
Gosh.
It's just on the other side of that door, guys.
Yeah. They when a model sells really, really big, like somebody's asking me about left-handed options. If a model sells really, really well, after a year or two, they will look into possibly doing small batches in left-handed. But it takes a lot of retooling, and it takes a lot of resources away from building models that they know that they can move on a regular basis. So it is Eastman is a truly hand-built factory, but they have to do it in order to get that level of quality. They have to do it in big enough batches to make it worthwhile to do some of the more oddities. So you can't do really one-offs and make it affordable like that. Yes.
On TikTok, Ben is asking, have you ever heard of Michael Davis guitars?
No. I
Okay.
have not.
Can you play
There's so
Never
many
Lost?
great-
Can you
huh?
play Never Lost by Tribal?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know that.
Alan on
Okay.
Facebook is asking me what the year this bass is.
YouTube.
It is I believe it's 1954.
6.
56?
Same as mom.
Okay.
56.
I thought it was 4. But you're wrong.
Dad is 54.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I was somewhere in there between 52 and 56.
I always remember it because it matched mom's birthday year. I don't know about birthday, but year.
Can you play Blackberry Blossom?
Sure, that was Tony'd.
There you go.
I'll do this on a small body. Why not? Hey!
Short. But
We had to do. It's just so hard to play instrumentals by
that's
yourself.
that's
for
my
that long.
preference for fiddle tunes is short.
Maybe it's starting to become more of a well-known fact, but it's probably a little well-known fact. That is my most hated instrumental right there. I never liked that song very much. And it's like the guitar, flat-picking guitar anthem, but I just never really loved that song.
Blackberry Blossom.
Yeah, Blackberry Blossom.
He said he listened to a Cole Clark in Australia, yes. Yesterday, it was awesome. There had no lacquer, entirely natural wood.
Yeah, they put just a sealer on it. It's
There's a couple people talking about, who was it? What was one?
their big thing that they're really known for is their pickups.
Yeah. No, I was talking about the all-natural wood testing. There's one manufacturer, and I think it's a secret. We're not going to say who. I'm trying to remember for myself who was discussing it. Testing out this just no lacquer, just sealing. Oh, I know who it is.
That was their story.
That's great.
It's a banjo. It's a banjo manufacturer
Oh.
that they're testing out this stuff.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Oh, I know what it
Anyway, they're
is.
testing out the same thing on banjos. It seems like a great idea. I know that can be done. They could easily naturally seal the wood without having lacquer. Cheaper, less process, less work.
The
Makes
big
it
thing
way
is
more
it doesn't
affordable and should sound
protect
better.
as well, though.
They're saying that it does, though. They're saying if you do it correctly, it should
Well, it
protect
protects
as
from
good as a satin
moisture
finish.
and dirt and all that.
As
Yes.
good as a satin finish. Which,
But the real reasons why people went to lacquers in the first place was to protect
yeah.
against scratches and dings and all those kind of deals. Better.
Hinckley is patiently waiting with her
Yes,
hand out.
Hinckley.
Ben on TikTok says nobody likes Blackberry Blossom,
Well,
even
there
though he
you go, Ben.
requested it.
I like Blackberry.
Here-
By the way, did you guys
you
know that right
requested it.
now Andy's is doing Blackberry Concrete?
I saw that.
And
No.
Even if I get seeds stuck in my teeth, I still love them.
Yeah. You know what I love about
TikTok
Andy's?
says play something, and Jasper on YouTube said, or no, it wasn't. It was Bulldogger said play your favorite instrumental.
We just did the opposite of that.
I know, so
according to
let's
John.
play your favorite one instead of your least favorite one.
I'm going to be honest with you guys.
I don't care for
I don't know the
instrumentals.
names of these fiddle instrumental tunes. I don't. I know them and I play along, but honestly, I'd much rather hear a good song.
Church Street Blues, another request on TikTok.
Oh man, there's so many chord changes in that.
Have you ever heard of Chris Bozung guitars? Bozung. Chris
I have heard that
Bozung
name.
guitars.
Man, there's so many. There are so many guitar builders out there. It's funny when we got absolutely beat up on the top 10 best boutique builders out there, and they're like, "You didn't name this one. You didn't." Guess what? I never even heard of those ones. I mean, I think every state in America probably has at least 40 or 50 acoustic guitar builders somewhere in that state, and some of them great, some of them not so great. Some of them absolutely awful. I've seen some of those too. But there are so many, and yet obviously some of those that I've looked at it and said that I didn't care for, somebody else did absolutely think was great too. So I gotta take that in there too. So
Play I Got a Name by Jim Croce.
why do you keep giving me all these songs
You
I've
want
never
to do
heard of before?
another Keith
Play the
Whitley
Toy
song?
Story theme song.
Keith Whitley. I like Keith Whitley. What do you want to sing from Keith Whitley?
We got stuff like I'm Over You, Don't Close Your Eyes.
Can you do any of the Toy Story theme song?
No.
Look up.
You've Got a Friend of Me. Oh, I wanted you and Corey to play that.
What was their name? What's the band?
What band?
The Bluegrass 80s band.
Love Cannon?
Love Cannon did it.
Oh,
Look it up on Spotify.
yeah.
It's great. Do that band.
Love Cannon, You've Got a Friend in Me. They did do it. A bluegrass stylization.
I know you love
I won't do that one. 10 Feet Away. How about that one?
It was love 10 feet away.
Miami.
No, I don't know it well enough. I'll screw that up. Miami, that's also a good one. I'll screw all those up. I just know I will.
Miami.
My stuff with Whitley is more of the early bluegrass stuff that I know. Like I said, Stepping Stone and Tennessee Blues and.
You don't know I'm Over You? Can't do that one? Said I'm drinking more than I should, and I ain't been
I know it well
looking
enough to
all
sing with
that
it on the
good.
radio, but I don't know all this stuff.
You're no fun.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh,
I wish I was better than I am.
Till a
I
Tear
wanna
Becomes
be
a
better.
Rose?
Till each tear.
Oh, Brotherly Love. Let's do that one. Let's pretend like we love each other.
You got Carolina in the Pines, 9 Pound Hammer also.
I could probably fake that one. Are you gonna sing the Lori Morgan part?
Sure. Homecoming 63. That's one of my favorite.
Homecoming 63.
We'll see you on the next live stream, Alex. Thanks for joining us.
Homecoming 63. I don't know.
It follows that same pattern.
Doesn't it?
It does.
Okay.
I say
I'll
we
fake
try
it.
it.
All right.
Fake out.
Homecoming
63.
63. Look her up.
Apostrophe 63. This song's got a little bit of dirtiness to it. Teenagers.
Not 53, 63.
It was a
Teenagers
typo.
fogging up the back seats, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God.
Ain't supposed to happen. Everyone turned their head when we walked in.
Yeah, how's that verse? How's the melody for this go?
Home 63.
with the love you gave to me. You turned me on to ecstasy. Homecoming 63. What a night that was for us. I remember plain as day the touch I felt when you fell in arms. And that old pleated backseat bed, I pleaded with you instead. I know you said yes. You let go and I said home. Coming 63, you hit home with the love you gave to me. You turned me on to ecstasy. Homecoming 63. Homecoming 63. That wasn't it, but it was close. I try it. I try stuff. That's dirty and right there. That's not.
Hey man, you can't stop it.
That's,
Kids are gonna
Right.
be kids.
no, that shouldn't be doing that
Don't
stuff.
let them go to
no,
prom. That's all I have to say.
no.
Don't let them go to homecoming.
God.
You know what that limo's for? Anyway, children.
We should stop by and say hi to
Well,
JP.
news.
JP, put a message on
I've got a note on my to-do list to get a hold of JP. We're gonna work something out with JP. We're gonna work out. We also do some sort of workshop visit with old JP. We mutually admire each other, and therefore we should get together and do something.
Oh yeah.
I love that song for some reason. I just like that chord progression.
I think it's wild that chord progression goes there, and yet the phrasing is so different on the verses.
The phrasing
than it
is
does.
really good too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love the phrasing on that.
Yeah, so there you go.
I love that song.
You got a request for "Remember When" or anything bluegrass on TikTok.
Remember when.
We need a mandolin to do that one.
Dee-dee-dee.
We need Trent. Trent knows how to play that on mandolin. Hey, speaking of the Bee Gees, Alan requested a Bee Gees tune. Me and my kids were listening to some newer Ricky Skaggs on the way home the other day, and that song he did with what is his name, the lead guy in Bee Gees,
Barry Gibb?
Barry Gibb. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm down.
Ricky Skaggs recorded a song with Barry Gibb, and it's really good. I really enjoy it. My kids were rocking along with it. Might can listen to that again. It's not that.
Well, we're kind of coming towards the end here.
Yeah, it's about time.
We're losing
This is-
steam, guys.
Yeah.
God,
I need
wish Jeremy
food.
wasn't dead.
You know what
about time to wrap it up.
Jeremy ends up, you know what he does for us? He gives us lots of...
He aggravates me enough for this hour and a half that it keeps me focused.
Okay. Yeah, he puts up enough roadblocks and barriers with the entire... And then he'll put out some song like, we should play this one. And we're like, no, we shouldn't. And, yeah. Anyway.
God.
I'm glad we were able to bring that up. Jeremy, good luck being dead.
Okay.
Best of luck being dead.
I think they're reviving him now.
Really? Is that true? I never heard of 16 Days, Whiskey Town.
Or Whiskey
know that
Town.
one at all.
Okay.
Well, any requests, they're going to come in 5 minutes
Yeah.
later, so we'll ask for them now, but then we'll be done.
Those memories.
Those memories. Oh, I like
Do
that
it
song.
like
We
the,
should do that one. I like that
You
song.
do it like the new cover. If you heard the new Daily Vincent Ronda version.
You still hold memories. You still
How am I
hold
supposed to sing
me
tenor that?
every night.
You gotta write that
I
down.
lay down. I'll put it in F just to help you.
To love somebody.
Love somebody.
Is
That was good. You know who did that one? You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. Paul Atkins did it somewhat bluegrass style. He did it double time. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what you don't know what it's like. I like it better. Just keep it with that. You don't know what it's like.
Those memories.
All right.
I should sing and make you sing too.
You might want to give me lyrics. the day they lay me down. I didn't want to go back into it again. Again, best part about that song, Alan O'Brien wrote that from the Nashville Bluegrass Band. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, why aren't you singing the third
really
part,
high?
Hinkley? What was that all
You
about?
guys hear me singing really high?
I did hear you singing really, really high.
I should have just let it go.
You should have just asked me to switch with you.
I said
could have
you
done that.
probably.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh,
So make you sing to him.
all right. You should have said it was cleaner. Anyway,
Well,
he could feel the hurt, Jason.
It hurt. I'm a little raspy now.
That was awesome. All right, guys. I had a bunch of fun here today. This was
Yeah.
actually another fun.
I can sing
episode.
high.
He can do it.
okay.
It was fun. Jason, usually Jeremy sings the high girly parts, and Jason got to do all those today.
I taught him some of the hard parts.
He did.
So I mean,
He did. And
he learned from me.
it was a lot of fun. I had fun faking our way through this, playing some Firkin guitars, man. These were some of the best Firkin guitars we've ever played.
Freaking incredible.
Freaking incredible. That's absolutely right. Anyway, thank you all for joining us on another episode of Shop Talk. Tomorrow we'll be back with New Guitar Thursday. I think there's
That
a few
we
things
will
coming in.
be.
We'll be talking about the new mandolin wall.
Yep.
We got some new mandolins in.
Yep.
Got guitars.
Yep. Absolutely.
Bulldog is not sure who won on that one. Did you not hear my licks that I did? I did the double time stuff. It was definitely me. I won. Anyway, thanks Hinkley for doing all the jobs. Trent was gone
Of
today.
course.
Hinkley did all the technical. Jason helped set up, I'm assuming. So did he help at all?
really.
He didn't
I'm
help,
busy.
did he? Nope, he didn't help.
Busy just sweating in the corner, trying to get things done.
So extra kudos to Hinkley, and again, I hope I wish
tried
Jeremy
my
the best
hardest.
on his death. And
Yeah.
we hope he gets over that.
They got the paddles out right now, and he's coming back around, so we'll see him next week.
We hope he gets over that. I think they gave him an antibiotic or
dead.
something.
Not dead. They got you dead. All right. We'll see y'all.
We'll see y'all later next week for
Bye
more
bye
Shop
now,
Talk.
everyone.
We'll be here. We're not moving.
Yeah, we actually just sit in these exact spots until